So, a recent study shows that over 56% Americans are currently wanting to leave their job in order to go into another position. In fact, 27% of those people are actively looking right now. And about 60% of Americans right now still believe that somehow this job market is still hiring. Well, I'm going to tell you guys something that you probably don't want to hear. Now, for some of you guys, quitting your job for another job may seem like something that's possible. Maybe you have some form of nepotism, maybe you have a network, or maybe you're just in one of those Goldilocks spots in the country where people are still actively hiring. But all I got to say is that right now, for the rest of you, for those of you who want to go start a business, who want to quit your job to go start a business, and for those of you who just simply want to quit your job, maybe to take some time off, live on severance, I'm going to tell you why that's a bad idea for either one of those. And this is coming from someone who is trying to start a business right now. What I'm going to tell you is that right now, it is both the hardest and the easiest time to start a business. For instance, yeah, you can start a business. You can run up some AI agents. You might come up with a great idea. However, everybody has that advantage right now. So it's literally going to come down to who can use the tools the best. The other thing is, even though the cost of running a business right now is probably the lowest it's ever been, you're facing a market in which you're going to be battling for market share no matter what industry you get into. Because now you have less people with jobs, less people out there spending money. So people are going to be cautious about how they spend their money. So those are some big factors on why you should probably stick to your job. In my opinion, you should play the monkey bars. You should just hang on to one until you get another one. I call that playing the monkey bars. So go out there, look for prospects, and make sure that you don't do anything until you get a written offer from somebody. And I say that because, hell, make sure you actually get a verbal and written offer. And the reason why I say this is because there are so many scams out there that are basically acting like an employer, putting you through the whole process. I talk about this in one of my other videos. And they're just taking your information. And they'll send you an offer letter. And you'll mess around and accept it and quit your job and say kudos. And lo and behold, that company doesn't exist. Or at least that person who's claiming to be from said company doesn't exist. So if you're thinking about leaving your job right now to go to another job or to go to another business right now, I'm going to tell you it is very, very, very risky. Very risky. Talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to your loved ones, ask them, how's the job market? Some people are going to say nothing's changed for them. But for the few of those people that you see out there without a job, you let me know what they tell you. You let me know what they tell you. Because if it's anything like what I've been hearing is that even getting a job at a fast food restaurant right now is so difficult. And I'm not talking about for you people who didn't graduate high school and, decided right after you graduate you're just going to go into the workforce. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the college graduates. It's actually harder for you to get a job at a fast food restaurant right now than it is for you to go and, just, I guess, level down. If you're working in tier 3, go to tier 1. It's harder for you to do that right now than it is for you to actually just go down a level in your own industry. Meaning that you would think that if you have a college degree, you qualify for pretty much 90% of the common jobs out here, whether it's flipping burgers, whether it's moving furniture, or working at a retail store, you would think that you have the basic skills to work at any one of these places. Unfortunately, some people see it as a red flag, you coming into their industry. Some managers view you as a threat because you have a degree, and a lot of them don't. So you're facing a real catch-22. And a lot of you college graduates right now are already experiencing this. I know you're experiencing it. And a lot of people like me who have 12 years of experience in their industry, we're also experiencing it. We're experiencing all this trickle-down layoffs of all these Silicon Valley talent who's used to getting paid $300K, $500K. These guys don't have jobs right now. So for the few of them that don't start their own companies, they're either gonna freelance or they're gonna start entering the job markets that I'm in and you're in. And where does that leave us? And they're gonna be willing to work cheaper just so that they can maintain their bills and support their families. So yeah, sorry that it's all gloom and doom, but I keep seeing these trends of people saying they want to leave their jobs to start a business, and they're not comfortable where they're at because it's toxicity. Well, let me say something to you. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, unless you're working for yourself as a freelancer, if you plan on working in an office with human beings, you're always gonna have that one toxic person. Even if everybody's positive, you're always gonna have that one toxic person that's gonna make you work for your money. Yes, that person may be the only thing that makes your work feel like work. But guess what? That's why they're there. They may be your manager. They may be someone who has a grudge against you. They may be an ex. They may be, who knows? But the fact is that you can't run away from toxicity if you plan on working with people. So just wanted to post that for all you guys out there who are putting in search, hey, should I quit my job? No, hell to the no. In fact, you might want to keep it up until you lose it, because it might be the last one you got. And I'm not playing with that. This AI stuff is already freaking me out. And now these robots are knocking on our doors. We don't got that much time, folks. So get it while it lasts. Get it while it's hot. This is TNN. Please like, subscribe to the channel. If you're trying to start your own business and trying to launch your product and make your ideas come true, please hit my link at the bottom where I help MVPs. I recently dropped the prices for my premium package, so make sure you check that out. Donate to the channel if you'd like to support. That's also in the bottom description. Stay up, be easy. Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July.